then let's go ahead and start with the roll call.
Okay, Frank Garcia,
Here.
Lisa Gainey, here. Supervisor Judy Begay,
Here.
Councilmember Anthony Garcia, Pamela Buzzard,
Here.
Shannon Greenwood,
Here.
Catherine Moore, and Katie Quick.
Okay. Thank you for that. We don't have any public participation, it doesn't look like. And so we will go on to the approval of minutes. And I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes whenever someone's ready to give one. Okay, I have a first. Will someone second? Okay. We have a first and a second. Let's go ahead and vote on that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Okay, ayes have it. The minutes from September 25th are approved.
I'm sorry, who motioned?
What's that?
Who was the one that motioned? I missed it. Was it Pamela?
I think so.
I thought I saw her.
I did
That's
not
what-
move to make the motion.
Oh,
But-
okay.
I can. We need to start over.
I just need to know, so who's first and second?
I know I heard them both.
I could be second. Okay, I'll just do Pamela and Lisa. Okay, all right, perfect.
Okay.
Sounds
Sounds
great.
good.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, and we don't have anything under the information, communications, and disclosures part. So moving on to the director's report.
Okay, well, you all should have received a copy of my full report, but I'll go ahead and highlight a few items. Let's see what I have here that I want to highlight. On the second page of my report under reference, this is kind of a fun one. We received a reference question from a person in Italy, and because of that, found out that we have a person on staff who speaks Italian, and so we're able to respond to the person's question. We didn't actually have what they needed, but staff was able to refer them appropriately in the right language. Yeah, and that's Pepe that you have to speak Italian.
And Emily Klinger helped with that.
Yeah, and she's mentioned it too. The other item I wanted to highlight was the Meet Us at the Trailhead program, which was at Prime Lake. There's a beautiful photograph in the report that you can see of the group. These learning trail hikes have been very popular, and so I wanted to feature one more of them in my report and give special thanks to Sarah Weatherby, who works for the library. She works with the roving rangers to do this, but she's put in a lot of time and energy to make sure that they're not only nice hikes, but very educational. And it gives her a chance to promote the library and our resources as well. On page 3, I wanted to point out that the new computers are here. We received 250 computers on 16 pallets that came on a semi-truck. And so everyone that even looked like they worked for the library went out and helped get those unloaded. It took us a little bit of time. We don't have a very large IT staff, but we're all very, very excited to have the new PCs. Mark, do you want to add anything about the new PCs?
Just that we've got them all going. Well, they're all stored, ready to be worked on. We're planning to start rolling them out the week of November 1st.
So that was big excitement there, hauling computers around for a day. I was pretty stiff for a couple of days after that.
I was gonna ask.
Can I ask, will they be replacing computers in here, or are they in addition to computers here?
They're replacements and they're for the public and for staff. And not only for these libraries, but the ones out in the county and also the affiliate libraries. So a lot of computers all coming in at one time. On the next page, I wanted to point out, under PR and marketing, I did mention to you, I believe, about our library card sign-up month and how local businesses were giving little rewards to people for showing their library card. So the result of that is, in September, which was library card sign-up month, we had 794 new library cards issued, which was a 310 card increase compared to the September before. So this program paid off. So kudos to our marketing person, Emily Kane, and to Amelia Mason, who helped her quite a bit with the program as well.
Almost 3 times.
Very cool. Hey, Linda, do we know what age groups those cards went out to? Were they school kids? Were they seniors? Were they a
Everybody,
variety?
everybody.
Everybody. Cool.
Those were the total cards, number of cards issued. At East Flagstaff, they had a fun program. They had 45 participants come to make slime as a crafty corner project. And if you look at the photos, you can see that it was not only children enjoying making slime, but also quite a few adults. So that was a very popular and fun program. One other thing I wanted to point out in the East Flag section on the next page, under facilities, I did talk a little about the leaks that East Flagstaff Library experienced during the rainstorms. One of those leaks by a door that has been making the carpet wet has been an ongoing issue for quite some time now. But because of the heavy rain, there are quite a few more new leaks. Coconino Community College was able to get someone out there to do some work over the weekend, but there's still quite a bit to be done. There's still ceiling tiles removed, and you can see where the water has come through the insulation. There's still electrical boxes that had some water that had to be, well, those don't still have water, but there were quite a few issues. So we're hoping to be able to get those all resolved soon, but I don't know, Jennifer wrote a report about it. There's at least how many leaks?
I think there were 7.
7 leaks
Right.
throughout the state. So just wanted to let you all know about that.
And a window with weird condensation on it as well.
I don't know if people can.
I don't know if you could hear that. There's one window in the children's area that gets weird condensation when other windows don't. I don't know if that was weird.
I don't know.
And then on the last page of my report, under county libraries, the Grand Canyon Community Library was very excited to have a visitor from the National Park Service to come and look at some of the issues that building is facing. Some of you may know that the library was moved to this bank building as a temporary location while the library location was worked on. But then we were later told that that was our permanent location. And so there are a number of things that need to be resolved. The carpet is in very poor shape. The walls are in poor shape, and there is no ADA restroom. for the public that uses that library. So staff was really excited to have someone from Park Service come over and do a walk around and get an understanding of some of these issues. The building is their building, and at this point, the library system already had invested in new carpeting and paint and furniture in the other location. So we're hesitant to do so. Would like to have the Park Service assist with fixing the issues of this building that we hadn't anticipated moving to permanently. So anyway, good news, and glad that someone at least came over from that office, and hope that there will be some good follow through on that. And then another thing I wanted to talk about is under staff training and development, we're able to send our bookmobile librarian, our Kobo librarian, to the ABOS conference, which is Association of Bookmobile and Outreach, in St. Louis, Missouri. So just really great to be able to give her the chance to be connecting with other people that do the same kind of work and learning about the latest and greatest in those kinds of services. So those are things I wanted to highlight. I don't know if people had questions about other items in the report.
All right, is that it?
I don't have questions about anything in the report, but I did get an email the other day that talked about the book provider company that went out of business.
Oh, yeah,
I wondered if that was something that you might
that is
expand on today.
That's a good question.
that is a very big deal.
It sounded terrible.
And it didn't make it in my report,
Yeah,
but
it
it is very significant. So Baker and Taylor is a distributor that the majority of libraries in the country use to get their books from. And they have been in business 198 years. I didn't get that wrong, 198 years. And sadly, they're going out of business. And so this is going to have significant impacts on libraries. There are other distributors. There's one called Ingram. Amazon is trying to get in the game a little bit, but it's going to be significant because one of the reasons that Baker and Taylor was the most preferred among most libraries is because they were able to give really good discounts to libraries, as much as 40% on many items compared to what you would pay retail for books. So yeah, we have sent out some messaging to the community. Is that where you heard about it?
It's funny, I received an email about it. That
Okay.
just said, this little
Same.
paragraph, they went out of business. I asked my husband if he got an email and he said no. And we both have cards, so I couldn't figure out why it was some, not others.
Yeah, I know that the marketing librarian used MailChimp. And so maybe if people hadn't said they didn't want to get the newsletter or
Maybe
something.
he's not opting in.
Yeah, I don't know for sure why that is, but.
Because I do get the newsletter all the time.
So, I mean, we don't really know what all is going to happen, but we're definitely going to have delays in getting things. Budget-wise, it's something we're going to have to take as part of our budget during the budget discussions, because this could have significant impacts if we can't get discounts that are equivalent to what we were getting through Baker and Taylor. Thank you so much for asking that, because that's a really important.
It's a great question.
I just figured it happened too late to get put
Yeah.
on stuff, but I read that and I thought, oh no, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, we're all saying, oh, what are we going to do? I think
Good deal.
libraries generally, but staff has been discussing the options and working out a plan to see. My sense is that the people who, like Ingram, who do provide that service, they're going to be so bogged down initially that there's just going to be some difficulty. Did you want to say something, Jennifer?
Yeah, Arizona Reads is
was on a platform that was run by Baker Taylor. So I contacted the state library and they said they were gonna be trying to figure out how to get it to Libby. So I guess, I'm not sure, I believe it's still running at this point, but I don't know. It might, all those books might be transferred to Libby, but the state library that purchases that for the libraries will be managing that changeover.
Yeah. Might want to put an update on that at some point in the future, see how it's resolving itself, because that's a pretty big deal. Nobody from the foundation has shown up? From the Friends?
Well, we have
Not
our
yet.
foundation speaker because no one from the foundation is able to make it today, but Starla kindly volunteered to give their report.
Oh, cool. I missed that. Great.
It was kind of a last minute thing, so, I don't know if I'll do as good of a job as Nat will, but I will do my best, so.
Sounds good.
I'm the liaison for Foundation and for Friends, so if need be, I guess I can kind of also speak on Friends a little bit as well, after this, but the foundation, for those of you who don't know, was founded in 1992, and it's an endowment program essentially, 501c3. So everything is charitable and tax deductible for people who donate. They take financial donations as well as gift donations. So, for example, I know there's a couple out there that have it in their trust or will or whatever to have money sent over to the foundation upon their passing, so people can do that. And it could be anything, I guess, like from jewelry to property to various things.
Cows.
Yeah, cows that can be donated through the foundation. So what they do is they have an ongoing account that builds up interest and stuff that is for the library, and out of that account from the year, there's a certain amount that they will give to the library once we do our request annually. And it's just based off of the merits of the request and stuff, and they will approve it. We have meetings with the foundation and library members, and we discuss everything and see what's going to get approved ultimately. Let's see, Nat wanted me to point out a couple things, so bear with me while I read this. But the current endowment value is at $629,998.09 prior to the 2024 distribution to the library, which is that funding that they provide. 39 requests from staff this year, 27 were fully funded for a total of $21,720. So that's what we'll be receiving, or that's what we have received, and we just got done with our meeting for the funding request for next year. Their funding cycle is January 1 to December 31, so that's their calendar year. So come January 1 of 2026, the library will be getting that 21,000, blah, blah, blah. The board has met 5 times, has received update reports from the library director and also Friends of the library. So Foundation and Friends do work jointly, and as far as meetings, they have representatives from each one that attends the meetings generally. And the annual donation letter, so one of the ways that Foundation receives funding, not just through like our website, which offers PayPal, but it's also through donation letters. So every year there's a donation letter that goes out to mailing recipients and requesting, for any amount that they can offer, and that's where the biggest funding source comes from. We bring in generally about, I think, between like $8,000 to $15,000 sometimes. So it really just depends through that. So that's the biggest source that will be happening in November. The letters try to go out before Thanksgiving and everything, to try to get ahead of the holidays a little bit and stuff. And that seems to be very successful. So that's kind of my gist of it. I think currently, the treasurer wanted me to mention that donations between October 1 of 2024 and October 1 of 2025, we received $4,610 via PayPal alone. And then we received $17,633.10 via personal checks or money orders and things like that. I don't know if there's any other questions about foundation. I feel like I just kind of rambled through that. So
They got a big check.
yes, yes. Sometimes people write checks for like $5,000 as a donation, which is really nice. But yeah. So are there any questions about foundation?
I don't think so. Anyone
Okay.
else?
I was just gonna say, one of the new things we've been doing for the donors to the foundation
Oh, right.
is we offer for people who donate $1,000 or more, they can be recognized on those colorful book sculptures on the new plaza entryway. So you'll see some names of people who donated, and we'll put their name out there for well, we guarantee for 1 year, but we'll probably just leave it there until we have them filled.
Cool.
So it's been kind of a nice perk if people want some recognition.
All right. Thanks, Darla.
You're welcome.
All right. The next item is the CCC bond and the East Side Library. Are there updates on that?
Can I just ask a quick question? Was that just the foundation or was that the Friends?
That's just the foundation.
Okay, so we're just,
You want me to elaborate on the Friends briefly, Frank?
Sure.
Okay.
If
That
you've
one
got info.
yeah, off the top of my head, I'm not sure when they were founded, the Friends of the Library, but Friends operates in a similar fashion of foundation, but they are not an endowment. They are a pass-through organization. So any money that is donated to Friends of the Library or through purchasing, which I'll get into, they just hold on to it and then immediately just passes it on to the library. Instead of putting it into an account, allowing interest to continue to grow forever, essentially, Friends of the Library just kind of passes that funding through to us. But again, the request process is the same. The library has to put in funding requests. It gets reviewed. We have meetings with Friends. And again, it's based off the merits and the needs. And then Friends will approve it or not, and they provide us the funding that way. The biggest source of their funding is our ongoing book sale that happens at the library in the lobby, as well as what used to be the annual book sale, but now it looks like they're trying to do it at least a couple times a year, possibly 3 times a year, doing a more of a spring, summer, and fall, winter kind of larger book sale. So that's predominantly where the funding comes from. Unlike foundation, Friends can have members. So if you want to sign up to be a member, there's little perks that go with that, and there's more information on the library website in regarding to that. Or you can just make, offhanded donations that way. But they strictly just take money. They don't take any property or cows or jewelry or anything. They are just more of a financial thing. So yeah.
Yeah. Cal,
That's
I
kind of
get you
the
something really
difference.
good on the plaza, right?
Right.
So when the Arizona Community Foundation came and talked to us, they did say that people have donated cows, not to the library, but to other funds that are managed by them. So that's where we got the cow thing.
Yeah.
I think the only other thing I would want to add about the Friends is that Jenny Garcia, who has been the president, has stepped down from being president and is going off of the board for some family reasons. And so Charlie Silver is gonna come back in as president, but they are really in need of more people on their board. So if you know people who are maybe wanting to get involved in the community, interested in the library, if any of you are interested, they could sure use some more folks on their board.
All right, thanks. And then, so back to the CCC bond and the East Side Library, do we have updates on that or?
No, I haven't heard any more about it. The only thing I can say right now is that I'm working with the city attorney on a memo of understanding that kind of outlines some of our asks. Should this pass, some of the things that were discussed in the last meeting that are concerns to us, we're working on getting an MOU together to articulate those and then present that to CCC. And our goal is to do that before the election is completed so that we can kind of have those things ironed out in advance. So it is things about the escalating rent is a big concern to us. Being required to have a 2-story is of concern. So all of those things are going to be spoken to in the MOU.
Okay.
When the gentleman from CCC, I'm not sure who's from, the manager.
Dr. Iser, yeah.
Is he the president?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. I don't know. I felt like he kept not hearing some questions about like how much input you guys were going to have, and that worried me a little bit. I mean,
It worries us too.
Okay.
Hence the MOU.
I just wondered
Yeah.
if I misread that, but
No, you read
Okay.
the correct.
yeah, okay.
Someone remind me when we'll know about that, how long is I know the ballots are out, but like, when does that?
Well, I mean, November 5th is,
November.
yeah, the election, so probably very shortly after that. I mean, I don't think it takes them.
That was the only.
It's the only
ballot.
thing.
Yeah, you're right, I got it. Ballot.
I the ballot up and said, oh, okay, well, that's easy. Voted yes.
Any requests from board members? And hearing none, then we've got on the next agenda, Linda's director's report. Do we have a presentation on the next? I didn't look at that list.
I think I have the calendar. Give me 1 second.
See it on.
Okay.
So it looks like November will be the bookmobile and county branches.
Sounds good. We'll get that on there. And then, okay. And our next board meeting is on November 20th, which will give us, is that after election day? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have some, we may have some election updates and maybe some things with the new East Flag Library at that time. All righty. Anything else for the good of the order? Hey, with that, then, hearing none, I'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
No one's gonna complain about it that time.
That's the quickest library board meeting I've ever attended.
Well, I think if we had Nat and Charlie here,
Yeah.
it would have been a regular size meeting. Now we're big. Look how big we are on there.